a far-left commune worshipping the principles of egalitarianism to decades of abuse. It's emerged that the couple suspected of keeping 3 women in servitude for more than 30 years were actually leaders of a Maoist sect during the 1970s. Agravandian Balakrishnan and his wife Chandra set up a communist squat in Brixton in South London in 1976 and soon became well known to the police. Detectives said that the pair met 2 of the victims through what they described as a shared political ideology before allegedly subjecting the women to years of emotional and physical abuse. Porrick O'Brien has more.
Just when you thought this sad, complicated story couldn't get any more mystifying, it does. A stone's throw from Brixton's new soya latte set, the house that 30 years ago became home to Brixton's new Maoist sect. The Workers' Institute opened its doors to a very different Brixton. A hothouse of political radicalism, Black Panthers, militant squatters, Maoists. It seems completely incongruous now, but during the 70s, the Workers' Institute in Brixton operated as a sort of hyperactive communist beehive. There were 13 core members, 6 in full-time employment, financed the others to do full-time revolutionary work. Women and foreigners were encouraged to take up leading roles, except, of course, for the role of head honcho, a revolutionary guru. That was reserved for one man, and one man alone, Aravindan Balakrishnan, or Bala. He's Indian, 73. Back in the day, he set up his own Maoist group here, a brand of communism that believes the revolution had to start with people from the Third World. On Thursday, at this flat near Brixton, he was arrested, as was his Tanzanian partner, Chanda, for allegedly holding 3 women in what police described as invisible handcuffs. It's hard to imagine the emotional and political intensity of what happened behind this door. Here's a taster though. In 1977, the group issued a statement. They said, and I quote, "The world, Brixton included presumably, will be liberated from capital oppression by the Chinese Liberation Army before the end of this year." Hardly anyone locally here remembers what it was like inside. Hardly anyone, because Clifton, who runs the local newsagents, does. He went to several Maoist meetings there at the time. Even says he has the little red book he got somewhere in the basement. And the people that were running it, what were they like?
They were, I remember 2 little Chinese and an Indian man.
Was the Indian man in charge of it, sort of?
To me, it was the spokesmen were the Chinese. The Indian man was like sitting and observing. I knew he bought the building. The Indian man bought the building.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he bought the building, and they used to give us food, put food on the table. I went to about 3 meetings.
The centre was raided by the police several times.
Special branch and the intelligence services took them seriously enough to raid their premises on several occasions. I mean, for the rest of us on the left, quite honestly, this group and those like them were so bizarre, one wonders why anybody should have given them any attention at all.
The sect disappeared in the 80s. Part of the group ended up here for a while. Neighbours say they remember being quizzed by police about an incident involving a woman who died falling out of the top floor window. Eventually they all ended up here. We know that in October 3 women were rescued from this house. We know 3 months later Bala and his partner were arrested here. And still, the more we learn about this story, the less we feel we know.